If Donald Trump is out of the White House and Joe Biden is in, what does that mean for Canada? Hi, I'm Brian Lilley, political columnist for the Toronto Sun. Look, Canadians can now suddenly rejoice. We can be excited again. We're going to have a Democrat in the White House. All will be right with the world again. That's how most Canadians and an awful lot of our establishment media see the world, whether it's Trump or anybody else running for the White House. Facts be damned, Democrats are best, Republicans, they're always bad. This is backed up by polling. A LILLEY poll conducted in September showed that 72% of Canadians would have voted for Joe Biden versus 14% for Trump and 14% who said they didn't know. I'm surprised it wasn't higher. In the past, I've seen Democratic candidates like Hillary Clinton get above 80%. Canadians always seem to support the Democrat, even when that isn't actually the best for our country or our economy. Now, how can I say that? I can hear Canadians yelling at me, Republicans are bad people, Democrats are just like us, we need to support them. Of course, saying either party or their candidate is always better for Canada just simply isn't true. It's not backed up by anything. While Canadians will point to tariffs imposed by Donald Trump as proof that the Orange Man is bad, well, what about the protectionist measures of the Obama administration? That would be the same administration that Joe Biden was vice president in. See, before Trump, Obama was the most protectionist president in my adult memory. Now, truth be told, every president in my lifetime has had some kind of protectionist measures that they've thrown in there. You know, you can look from Reagan up through the present day. That's my memory. But thanks to the special relationship that some prime ministers have had, they've been able to make a phone call and tamp down on protectionist measures that used to come out of Congress. I mean, that's how it worked in the relationship between Brian Mulroney and Ronald Reagan, or between Jean Chrétien and Bill Clinton. George W. Bush was generally a free trader, but due to pressure from Congress, he brought in, well, protectionist measures for American steel. And then there's the ongoing issue of softwood lumber that Canadian governments have had to deal with. But starting with Barack Obama and continuing with Donald Trump, what Canadians have had to deal with are, well, increasing protectionist measures that don't end at the White House, but start at the White House. Trump favored tariffs as a negotiating tool to get a better deal, but Obama favored Buy American provisions to benefit states and regions he needed to win. So here's the question. What can we expect from Joe Biden and a Biden administration? The truth is, it's a mixed bag and not necessarily a good one for our economy. Let's start with Buy America provisions and just assume that we're going to get more of the same. The United States is dealing with an economy that's battered, just like ours is, by COVID-19. They will use Buy America provisions in their stimulus and infrastructure programs the way that Obama did. It's right in Joe Biden's platform what he plans to do. Quote, mobilize American manufacturing and innovation to ensure that the future is made in America. Now, basically, he's saying, build things here, don't buy them from foreigners, including Canadians. Now, maybe that's fine, that's what an American president should do, but it will hurt us. To hammer home the point, the Biden campaign said, ensure the future is made in America, by American workers. Well, that's going to hurt the ability of Canadian firms to bid on American infrastructure programs, something they can do with ours. It's going to hurt everyone from engineering companies to manufacturing firms. I'll give you an example. Bombardier has a train operation in Thunder Bay, Ontario. They make bi-level trains, very popular in Ontario for the GO train, but very popular in the United States. But transit programs being funded under the Buy American rules only get the funding if 70% of the product comes from America. Despite our free trade deal, 70% has to be made in America. That limits the ability of companies like Bombardier to bid. Biden's environment plan is another problem. It calls for a big investment in clean tech, but it wants clean tech that is made in America. So solar panels, wind turbines, electric vehicles, all will have a made in America solution as part of it. Then there's the big question of what we can expect from a Biden administration when it comes to old-fashioned energy, the kind we dig out of the ground. We already know that Joe Biden has said he will cancel the Keystone XL pipeline, a political football in the United States since it was first proposed by TransCanada in 2008. It was approved, then Obama revoked the approval for the dual goals of raising money from Hollywood, but also benefiting the American oil industry. Biden says he's going to shut it down, and he hasn't ruled out a climate change import tax on foreign oil. Now, that would include Canadian oil. Canadian tech firms are also possibly going to see a benefit drop away. See, under the Trump administration, they stopped giving out as many work visas for high-tech centers. So people started sending their employees to places like Ottawa or Waterloo, Ontario. Well, those jobs are going to start heading stateside, and with them, the good wages that go with them. Canadians might feel good about Joe Biden beating Donald Trump. They may feel smugly about it. They may be happy about it. But the bottom line is, there's very little evidence that it's going to benefit Canada or our economy in any tangible way. Tell us what you think. Comment below. Drop us a line. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, share it on Facebook, Twitter, any other social media that you have.